Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Jersey and today we are bringing you another Palworld tip video for another type of railing. I want to say thank you for everybody that's been commenting on all the videos, sending me pictures, sending me posts, sending me the new clever ways to use items that I even have thought about, and some of you are sending me these amazing pictures of item descriptions, how to do it. So one of them, it was very intriguing and I really kind of wanted to show you and how it is being done, right? So okay, so the first thing that we want to do, we want to approach this, so we want to get a foundation. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab this foundation, we're just gonna drop it right over here. So let's go ahead and drop one there, and we're gonna do two foundations right here. Now this effect, for my understanding, works best for the railing for the second floor. You can never make it on the first one, ground level, right? And you cannot make it for a third tier level, right? Maybe for a fourth tier if you want it, if you go that high, because you gotta have that space in between to make this effect. Okay, so we got that, we got the foundation, we got two walls. So the next thing to do is, the item that we're gonna use is the hanging trap. Now the hanging trap is gonna be the item that we need to use for here. So one of the first things that we wanna do is kind of make this as center and as good as possible. Now you gotta work with the camera angles. All of this is a little bit not easy, right? I will tell you right now, this is not an easy trick to do. So if this is something that you decide you want to do, it's gonna take you a moment. You gotta find the best angle and the best way that you can see. So right now I think this is my best angle that I can see. So what I'm gonna do is try to do it this way and try to make it as straight as possible. Now the rope cannot hang, so we can't have the rope hanging, right? And every time you move the camera, you see how everything just shifted. So okay, so we're gonna push it right over here, and I can't see well. And this is where it gets a little hard. Trust me, this is where it's gonna get a little hard. So I'm just gonna do a few of this. It's gonna be a lot of trial and error. Especially getting the top of the railing to kind of align. So I'm not gonna get it perfect the first time. What we're gonna do is gonna kind of show you the sequence, the best sequence to add it, to put it down. We're gonna see how it comes down on the top, and then after that we are going to kind of tweak it. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see if this one looks pretty good. So as you can see, the top is very crooked. See, that's not good. That's already not good. And something else that I forgot, let's go ahead and put I do want to do, let's go ahead and put this, and let's put the wood roof right here, so we kind of get the idea better. All right, so okay, so we got the roof. All right, so let's try this again, and let's go ahead and try the best as possible as we can. We gotta get the camera, we gotta get the angle. Let's push this forward. Let's do it like this. I'm gonna see if I can try to align it with, you see that little mark on the floor? So let's try to use that. So see, we can keep that along straight. So we keep it right there. So now we're gonna keep this, bring it as close to the wall as possible. Sometimes you just gotta keep moving it into turns wide like that. Now you can try to clip it in or not clip it in into the wall. I'm not gonna try to clip it in. I'm gonna try to leave it a little bit almost touching on the wall. And it's so sensitive. Okay, so let's try right there. And as you can see, you see how I kind of using the little line as the marker. So let's try that, and let's put another one right over here. And try it again to use this line as the marker. And like always, it's gonna be a little tricky because it's really hard to see in this game when you're placing things. Okay, so I'm gonna put it right there in the front. We're gonna bring this down just a little bit like that. Try to put the rope the same way, and I think that looks pretty close. All right, let's leave it right there. Let's drop it and let's look up. Okay, so you see already on the side, I'm a little off, and this is when you need to kind of tweak a lot of the area, right? You're gonna have to tweak a lot of this, a lot to make it kind of fit better. But okay, so what we're gonna do is now on the other area, we're gonna just kind of flip this, kind of like that. Let's kind of imitate what we've done over there. So let me see if I can kind of put it like this. Like that. Kind of touching the wall. All right, let's do that. Let's bring it this way. Right over here. Let's again make it a little more straight. Put it right there. Let's drop it in. Let's look it up. And you see, okay. So now this is the idea. That's the idea behind it. So when we climb up, is to get them to touch each other, to get them to kind of lock in each other, and then then you're gonna have a nice railing. The good thing about this one compared with the benches that we got over there is that you actually can move forward. So it actually works like a railing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to fix it, put it the best way that I can so I can show you a really good result and what we can do from there. So we're gonna time jump right now. Okay, everyone, so we're back. As you can see, it took a moment. It took a moment to get it just right, to get the right combination, right? So let's look at it. Let's look at it real quick. So as you can see, this is how the floor I have it. So if you're trying to follow this along and like this idea, look at how I have it in the floor, and you see the sequence down here. That's how you kind of try to imitate it, kind of keep going along. Now, I did wanted to test out how I can go into the side right over here. As you can see, I kind of wanted to add another rail right up here. So actually, it took me a moment to get it just right. And this trick is going to be all about trial and error. Now, what you can do after this, right? Because we got all these boulders, all these rocks right over here. So what you can do is, don't forget that we need to cover it, right? That's gonna be the next thing. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna do add the wall. As you can see, we add wall. If you can put windows if you want it to be able to see through it, but I want to hide it. I want to definitely hide this idea. So now we got the railway, right? The rail looks really good. We got the size. So now we got the opening, and you might be thinking, what can I do here? What can I use it for? So here, inside here, we can still use this as a room, maybe for storage, maybe for a specific area. Just imagine if you were going to go to storage, and let's say you put the iron shelf, right? You want to put the iron shelf. You're gonna put it right here. Let's go ahead and make it over here. And let's say you want to leave enough space for another rail on the other side. So let's work it right over here, and let's put this in here. Let's place it right here, just like that. And let's go ahead and put another one right over here if you wanted to. So let's leave a little bit of space and put another one right there. And what you can do is make a little storage unit, right? Make a storage room. Maybe you want to make it into a kitchen or something. Another great thing that you can do on the top right over here, if you want to hide a little bit more of this stuff, is let's go ahead and grab some of the plants. You know, the plants is one of those things that is so useful, right? And let me see if we can actually stack this on the top or not. Doesn't think I'm gonna be tall enough. Okay, but ideally, maybe if we take out the roof, but maybe you can. And I don't want to take all this stuff down, so that will be a little extra. But I think this will actually hide a lot of that stuff, and you can still use it as a storage area. As you can see, we can still use a storage. So imagine you make that whole room. Maybe you put a little chair. Maybe you want to put some workbenches, and then what we need to do is just kind of finish it, right? So what we're gonna do is grab right over here. Let's say I want the door here on this particular one, because that's where I kind of want to come in, since I got one sideways over here. Let's go ahead and maybe over here you do want to put a window, because now you can see kind of like the little metal shelving, right? So we see the metal shelving, and now we need to get to the second floor. So imagine if you're building a second building and you need to come over here. So maybe you do want to put some stairs. So let's say you put the stairs right over here on this side over here. And now when you go up on your building, look at this. We got a beautiful railway. Railway. I keep saying the wrong word. I'm sorry, guys. A beautiful rail. a beautiful rail right on top, and maybe you want to do this instead of having the bench idea that we've been doing across these areas, right? This is a really cool need. This is a really cool idea that can work for a lot of you. Now, I would say, please be patient, because to get it just right, it's going to take a lot of work. And then make the best of it down here. As you can see, we can open the door, we can still come in here, and we can still use it for something, That way, every space can be used to maximum capacity, right? Because it's so important on this type of builds. Now, if you're wondering what can you do with that boulder right next to over here, now over here you can do different things to hide that depending where you're putting of the building. You can also stack a bunch of crates, you can stack a bunch of barrels if you want it over here. You can also put another trap out here and kind of make it match. There's different ways that you can approach when it comes to the end of the design, but the most important, if you take your time and you're patient and well planning, you can create a new railing system like this that I think is going to be very aesthetic. I think this is going to help a lot of people, and it's going to give us something else to look at. And I really like this, and I can't wait to use it in our base as we continue to decorate, because this is a really cool idea and I really like it. And I want to thank you everybody so much in chat for all your conversations, for all the tips, for all the tricks, so we can make this possible. And again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like on your way out, subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you next time. All right guys, see you later. Bye.